The US administration has officially sent out the first set of tariff letters to 14 countries, informing them of the new tariffs levied. US President Donald Trump, however, signed an executive action to extend the date of reciprocal tariffs, with the exception of China, to August 1st. The letters were sent ahead of the 90-day pause that's going to end on July 9th. The US President said they're open to negotiations with countries if a better deal is offered.
We're always subject to negotiate something that's fair, but we've talked to most of the countries, and pretty much they've had their way for many, many decades, as you know. And it was time that we just wanted fairness. This is not really equitable from our standpoint, because it's just a small token by comparison to the damage that's been done over the years. But we had no other president that was willing to do that.
But he said that he was not definitive if the August 1st deadline is firm.
I would say firm, but not 100% firm. If they call up and they say, would like to do something a different way, we're going to be open to that. But essentially, that's the way it is right now, yeah.
Japan and South Korea were the first recipients of the letter and would face 25% tariffs from August 1st. Other countries included Malaysia, Kazakhstan, South Africa, Myanmar and Laos, whose tariff were as high as 40%.
We have also received a proposal from the United States that it would like to proceed swiftly with negotiations in the lead up to the new August 1 deadline, as the content of the letter may be reviewed based on Japan's response. It is deeply regrettable that the US government has announced a further increase in tariffs in addition to the rates already imposed.
As this additional negotiation period, we have secured National Security Advisor Wai Sung Lak is currently traveling to the US to continue high-level talks, and we are approaching the negotiations with the hope and determination to achieve better outcomes as a result of these efforts.
Letters have also been sent to Tunisia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, which is set to reach a 30% tariff, Indonesia, Bangladesh, Serbia, Cambodia and Thailand. Besides negotiations, Trump also gave an option to the leaders of these countries to manufacture goods in the US to avoid tariffs.
There are over 10 countries that President Trump has sent out his letters announcing the tariffs. And part of the message in there was to push us to speed up the negotiations talks before August 1. So the deadline is now moved from July 9th to the 1st of August. If you ask me why it's like this, it's because negotiations do take time. Therefore, he moved the deadline out.
BRICS nations have condemned the revised tariffs imposed by Trump. Earlier, Trump had warned nations of an additional 10% tariff if they supported BRICS' anti-American policies.
So we don't want an emperor. Our countries are sovereign. If Trump issues tariffs, other countries have the right to do the same. There is the reciprocity law. I think it's not responsible for a president from a country like the US to threaten the world with tariffs on social media. Honestly, there are other forums for the president of a country which has the size of the United States to talk to other countries.
According to the US Commerce Department, $465 billion worth of goods were imported last year from these 14 countries. Japan and South Korea, America's 6th and 7th largest trading partners, had accounted for 60% of that. Higher tariffs will bring higher prices for American consumers. America imports goods like cars, auto parts, semiconductors, pharmaceuticals and machinery from South Korea and Japan. Mahashweta Lala for India Today.